Hello, I'm Asa Swift, and you're watching Asa Swift's Haunted Places. Before we get to the Crown Hill Cemetery tour, I'd like to tell you about a friend of mine, Care Blair Photography. Care Blair Photography does amazing work. In fact, they're going to do some work for yours truly, and in the next video after this one, you'll see what I mean. They know their business, and they know people. If you have an event to remember like weddings, birthdays, bar or bat mitzvahs, or just want to remember your your guests at your next haunted house party, give Care Blair Photography a chance to prove to you they deliver. That's careblairphotography.com or email at careblairphotography@gmail.com. In the central Indiana area, they do killer work.
Somebody crashed right into the front sign there at Crown Hill.
This is Asa Swift behind the wheel, and this is Asa Swift's Haunted Places. Welcome. And if you haven't guessed, we're at Crown Hill Cemetery, and we're going to go inside and take a tour of the entire place. The Crown Hill Cemetery is the third largest cemetery in the United States, barring any military cemetery. Although there are military graves here, there are law enforcement graves here. There are some famous and infamous graves here. And we're going to try to cover that today as much as we can. It's a very huge cemetery. For those of you who don't live in Indianapolis, and it covers an awful lot of space. And we're here. This is a wide-angle lens dash camera here, and we're going to switch over to different cameras. This is 70 or a Chuck 720 PI, and we're going to switch over to 4K here in a little bit. But it was important that we get a smooth shot of the entrance of the cemetery. And I'll probably just let the dash camera run the whole time, just in case as a backup, in case we would lose any footage. So let's stop, pull over. I'm going to get our other camera out. My cameraman's with me today. He's going to be running the camera. We're going to get out and we're going to take a look at some of the famous places, infamous places, which is, I guess there's really only one I know of. Also, too, in Marion County, which is the county that Indianapolis is in, the highest point in the county is here at the cemetery, and that's where it got its name, Crown Hill, from what I understand. And I think it's James Wickham Riley. His grave is at the top of that hill. So we'll edit this out, then any space that comes in between, and it'll be seamless to you. We're going to get out and get cameras rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say this is about as accurate as it gets.
Let's go down here a little ways and see how it moves. I want to see if it's over here. Down this road. We're going away, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going away.
Okay.
So really, it should be like directly behind us then, because now we're getting closer to it. Oh, I bet it's that over there. That big thing up on the mound, on the hill. So it'd be to our left. So yeah, we're getting closer, and then we would keep going, follow left. So then it would be on our left-hand side, actually, because the way we're headed. So yeah, it'd be on the left. So then when we get here, we'd make a left. Yeah, make a left.
You should?
Yeah, make a left. And then...
Oh, maybe this is it. This gets chained off.
Confederate, yep. Confederate mound right there.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Should we abide by that?
Oh, we'll put your thing on. I got the badge. Confederate soldiers in St. Louis died in Indianapolis while prisoners of war. They were transferred here from Greenlawn Cemetery in 1933. The rest is eternal. A large monument to these dead now stands in Garfield Park, Indianapolis, Indiana. Tennessee Confederates, the Texas Confederates. State Confederates buried at Crown Hill, Virginia Confederates buried at Crown Hill. Mississippi Confederates, Missouri, North Carolina. More Mississippi. Louisiana Confederates, Maryland, more Mississippi. Georgia, Indian Territory Confederates buried, 2. Kentucky Confederates. Arkansas Confederates, Florida, only 4. Georgia Confederates. Alabama Confederates, Arkansas Confederates. North Carolina Confederates, South Carolina, Tennessee. Tennessee. Over to me, Ian. there for him. Let's try EMF. You don't want that, like Gauss meter. We're gonna take all these trails that we can, barring we run out of gas. Now that we have to take out a home mortgage in order to afford gas, but we are going to stop from time to time certain places, and we'll do a little bit of experimenting with some paranormal phone apps and just see what happens. Like I said, I'm not an investigator, as you know. I just like to show places that are reported to be haunted, especially in the daytime, so that you can see exactly everything that's there clearly, and as opposed to the nighttime investigations that you mostly see in infrared, black and white, or green. It's not very revealing. But we'll dabble a little bit in the paranormal investigator mode, and I've got a few apps on my phone that I've just turned on and messed with, and so we'll see what we get. But in the meantime, enjoy the tour. Crown Hill Cemetery, Indianapolis, Indiana. Like what?
That.
Along the edge. Confederate mound. It's in the middle. Confederate mound. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we go over there? This timer on this thing is really awful.
Here, let me. Screen will time out after 5 minutes.
Tap to improve.
It should be okay now. It should be.
Calibrate.
closely. This is right here.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's probably about as
It would have
close.
to be this, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, let's. Well, how do you? Is this center it? No. That brings it. Or we're too far off. How do you center it? Put it where we're at.
Well, I mean, that's the blue dot is where we're
Yeah.
at.
There's no to make it accurate.
I mean, I think that's. I think. Let me check it out real quick.
Oh, why is there so much? Forget how to adjust this thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's see, I think I've got a different one. EMF advanced. Wow. Holy shit. Let me go to the other one. Just follow me around. I'm gonna have to adjust that other one because that was, I forget how to do it. This one I've had more experience at. It's just a simple Gauss meter. And the reason it works is because if you got a decent, halfway decent phone, it's got a magnetometer in it. Because of GPS, you need to know which direction you're going on. So that's what it uses. I don't see any change here. We'll try something else. I've not used this one at all. So, I don't have any experience with this. I think this just kind of goes off by itself. This is more for like, if you're in a building. But it'll say words. And, I may have, I'll have to practice with this more. I'm like I say, I'm not sure what all this does.
Let's try. SLS. Now this works. I've seen this. If you put it on people, it will show. I don't know if that's how far away it has to be, but if you put it on people, it'll show something, so it'll pop up. Did you see anything? Did it do anything?
I mean, I see you.
I mean, is it a stick figure? Do you see a stick figure thing?
There was like a line.
Yeah,
Like a line.
Yeah, that's
up.
what it does. It'll make stick figures and,
Yeah.
and things.
I see a line that keeps popping up.
Yeah. It'll do that with it depends on how far away you are. Stuff. It's just an app version of a structured light sensor camera. It's not nearly as good as the real thing. But it'll pick out shapes. See that?
Yeah.
Human-like shapes. That's what it's looking for. And it just depends on how close. Again, that's more. I think that's more for indoors. I think this one is too. It's kind of ghost face detector. A lot of this is kind of a take on the TikTok apps, where they you can get, there's various TikTok apps, and supposedly, I just saw one video of it. I mean, it was really creepy, and it was in this house that had a poltergeist, and this door was opening and closing, and the minute that happened, a face thing, or the TikTok deal showed up, and as it was stood there open, all of a sudden face showed up again and the door slammed. And that was creepy. You know, now the digital electronics, the cameras, the software and stuff has gotten so sophisticated now that people can do a lot of stuff if they really know what they're doing. Can do a lot of stuff at home. So
Yeah,
I don't know, but well, there's just, you know, it's going to get to the point where no one knows reality from, you know.
Yeah.
Detect face. I don't know what this is. Oh, here we go. Yeah. And this will just show up too, and it'll look for human faces. And we know what the software is for that. That's common. And I've did a little bit of experimenting with this at home, and it'll look at a pillow and think that it looks like a face, a design on it or whatever. If it were human, I guess you would call it pareidolia or matrixing.
About 5%.
Okay. Well, we got about 5% on the battery, so we're going to switch the battery on this camera, and we'll be right back. You won't even notice. Okay, I think we spent enough time here. We're going to get back in the car. I'm going to shut my other camera off, and let's see. Where you want? You know what? In one of my very first videos, I went to the Children of the Grave thing, and it's another setup like this. And maybe we ought to go by there and you know, play some of these, use some of these apps, and see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's get back in the car and continue our tour. Okay, now we need your phone again. We'll get this show on the road. Let's see if we can find the orphan children's thing. It's south of 38th Street, I know that. to go in further to find it.
Got a truck behind you. Oh, why does it say that?
I don't know, but is it still recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, maybe it'll show up more places. No. Less places. I think. Wish I could remember where that was at. Maybe we'll run across that. I don't remember where it was at. I don't know if anybody's at the office or we could have got a map or what. I know it was up on the hill. You can go to the Confederates go to the Civil War graves too.
Yeah.
Gothic Chapel. Okay, we're gonna need to go the opposite direction, I think. Nope, we're going the right direction. That's how I found out. I think I went to the internet and got a map. That's how I found it. We'll do that. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Oh, there's the channel. I don't know if that's open or not. Let's go find out. Okay. What I did with the remote. do not enter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the Gothic chapel here. We'll see if we can go around front. Too bad.
Couldn't ask for a better day.
No. These are the Union Civil War graves. So like with the Confederate graves, well, any graves, have respect, and especially remember their sacrifice. Not all are from Indiana. Some they're from all over. Just like the Confederate graves, they're from all over. And of course their bodies, you know, wouldn't and couldn't have been transported back to their hometowns or home states or whatever. So you see them from all over. A lot of them are from Indiana. Some of them they don't even know. This one here, right behind my cameraman, Shawnee Mason, USA. Apparently they didn't know what state he was from, and no one else did. Ohio. There's Kansas back there. Connecticut. Pennsylvania.
Or you can do the flashlight thing with it too. No. Twice. This is an unusual one here. He passed not during the war, but after. John W. Lynch, Corporal. Company F, 11. I don't know what all that means. Indiana Infantry, 1844, 1917. So he, thankfully, he survived. Company G, 116th Infantry, AEF. Herschel L.L. Dix, 1897, 1981. I don't know then this. But can that be right? That can't be right.
He was born after the Civil War.
This is not making sense. This must be this would have to be. Well, that wouldn't even be World War I. I mean, 1918 was the end of World War I for us. But maybe they didn't have any place else to put them.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, here's a mistake here. When they made this one. 1981 to 1919. I think they mean 1881. So somebody made a mistake on their gravestone. He was born long after he died, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of these are mistakes. Maybe some of these people who did these things were illiterate. I don't know. Huh. But some of these you can see have numbers on the back of the tombstone. 1573, going to 1519, 1665. I'm only assuming that they numbered the tombstones for a while and then just stopped. William E. Lane, Illinois. Private first class, probably first class, I don't know. Company, I don't know. First S company, Transportation Corps. May 18, 1923, passed away. So we got to live quite a little ways past Civil War. There's another one died in 1923. So not all of these are combat deaths. Some of these are simply veterans. Private school detachment. Don't know what that would have been. Some of them are, you see they're different. Some have a little cross up there, and some have a shield. 1570. Again, there's those numbers that I referred to. It's probably not on the back, but no. It looks like for a while they were yeah, see 50, 70, 69. They were counting the tombstones and then just stopped. '52, 1653, 51. It skips.
50, probably the numbers on the front, 49, and a lot of them are made out of different materials. You got limestone, you got marble here. Another more marble ones. It just depends on when they were made, I'm assuming. These are limestone that the camera's looking at right now. As you can see, and I'll raise the camera up, how wide it goes. And on to the next hill. And we're not going to walk this whole thing, obviously. My son's younger than me, but I'm here too. And I'm an old guy. And I'm sure if any of the spirits of these great men are listening, they understand completely. But we will walk over to this sign commemorating the spot where they rest. No breeze really today to speak of, so the flag's not flying very much. You'll notice many of these trees are marked, and they're marked with the type of tree that they are, the species, and so on and so forth. And so you can assume that those are really important to the cemetery administration. We'll take a look at one on the way back. This is the address. Addressed by President Lincoln at the dedication of the Gettysburg National Cemetery. And everyone knows that. They've learned about it in their school, or they should have. Maybe they don't anymore. And maybe that, along with many other things, is the problem today. There's no appreciation for the sacrifice, the horrible, horrifying sacrifice that was made. And now we have a country of little assholes running around demanding their imagined entitlements. They have no appreciation for what went before them, or who went before them, or what it took. And it's hard to not have nothing but contempt for people like that. It's funny. I was just watching the last concert tour of Elvis, and I went and saw the new Elvis movie yesterday. And that's just a little coincidence. Glenn Hardin was his piano player, was Elvis's piano player in the Vegas and touring days of the 70s. And Priscilla, well, we all know who Priscilla Presley is. It just kind of caught my eye, but not related. Cool. I don't know, maybe somewhere along the line Glenn Hardin is related to him. I think he's passed too, I'm not sure. Here's one of the signs. And they're all over the place. And they just tell you that they numbered the tree and they keep it, that's mapped, and describe the species and stuff. But who knows how old this is? Way older than me. Okay, I think we're going to get back in and continue the tour and see what else we can see. I do want to go to the highest point in Marion County, James Wickham Riley's funeral. James Wickham Riley's grave site, and we'll drive up there to it, and you'll see it. I will have it on the. I'll look for it. We'll find it on the dash cam. Ought to be kind of interesting. Whoa, look at that.
Chunk of a grave.
Or is it that grave? Battery's getting low on this one too. Shut that down.
Shut it down. Here we go.
Recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much battery we got left?
28%.
Okay. Let's see. Where the hell am I going? You know, I do want to find. We will go to the highest point. I do want to find the children's grave things. I'm pretty sure that's how I eventually found it. Was finding something on the internet, because I asked a bunch of people out here and they didn't know, and I did find it. But, I mean, it's not a huge deal. I mean, it is already on YouTube.
Yeah.
And Rumble. Let's see. That's 38th Street up there. I think it's more closer to Michigan. Or maybe you could just GPS it, Google it, and say, hey, take me to the children's orphans grave, you know. Indianapolis children's
Orphan's children's grave in Crown Hill Cemetery.
Indianapolis orphans grave, Crown Hill Cemetery. Try that.
Indianapolis Orphan's grave, Crown Hill Cemetery. There's your video on YouTube. It says section 27. Section 27.
Oh,
There's
okay.
19, there's 21.
Okay, that's all we need to know.
Alright.
And as you can see, there's the highest point in Marion County. And hopefully wide angle lens on the dash cam, on my cheap dash cam. Catch it. I mean, 720 PI, I mean, it should be, it'll be a decent, halfway decent picture. I mean, who's going to spend $1,000 on a dash cam? Some people do, but those people are stupid. And here we go, up and up the hill. And up some more. Come on, transmission.
Fail us now.
Yeah. That's not the road, is it? I can't remember. I think it's paved. Because that goes down. Maybe I need to go up that way. Yeah, I gotta go this way. Been a long time. Every now and then when I worked day shift on North District, I would drive my police car up here and smoke a cigar.
Idle Jorg.
Yeah.
There's Idle Jorg.
Rolls. I'm sure that's not Lou Rolls' family. Pyle.
Last name
I
Fortune.
wonder if that's Ernie Piles.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Indiana. There's police officer there.
Right, 13%.
Okay. Well, we'll use it up because we got 2 more batteries.
Okay.
And that's James Wickham's Ride. I'm gonna take the camera from my son just so he can get a little bit closer. And let's see. Yeah, it's there we go.
I had to spend a fortune to get that one.
Is that your car? I was just telling my son when I worked for IMPD, used to come up here on day shift and smoke a cigar. Yeah.
What's your name?
Dave Mcconaughey. I was reserved for 30 years. Yeah.
I've got I'm local sheriff's department. I got 42 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a special deputy now for St. Vincent Hospital, but I'm tired of wearing a police uniform.
Yeah, this would be a good place to.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. Yeah. You come up here on day shift, you know.
Close enough to, if something comes out.
Yeah, if something comes out, I get right out here. Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you, Dave.
Nice meeting you too, buddy.
See you later.
See ya. Look at that, there's a couple there having a little breaking. Well, not a couple. Okay. Whatever.
Hersey. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hersey.
Yeah. He likes Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was just the money. I think he wanted to come here.
Yeah.
mean, otherwise, why wouldn't you live out, out of town, somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay, 27.
See, it's weird. We got 13, 15, but then you got 21. You got 7% battery.
7%. Okay, let's get a new battery out of here.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for me to say. I just said let's get a new battery. Let that go until it gets to about 3, and then shut it off.
Okay.
Don't run it all the way down. I guess that's not good for these things, to run them all the way down.
Yeah.
That's what it said for car batteries. That's what Scotty Kilmer said. So I'm assuming that.
Same with your phone.
Yeah, they're rechargeable. Okay, what does one of those say? No, I can't read it.
This is like 92.
Ah.
See, they're all just like, they're not in numerical order.
God damn it, that's pissing me off.
See, we went from 92 to
Yeah,
like
17,
11 and
11.
17, yeah.
What the hell? It's an Alice in Wonderland cemetery. I don't even remember which side of the cemetery it's on. There's 3 and there's 10. And that's a 83, I think.
We really need to get like a map from
they have them, but you gotta go like during the week.
Yeah.
4, 9,
23.
23. Pull over into the shade. Again, we're going to change batteries here. You won't know it. Took this other battery in my backpack pocket.
Okay.
If I can find it.
This one's only charged at 56%.
Really?
Yeah, it says 56.
I guess I need to run these in the charger every time before we go.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got one more in there. There's 46.
Still got a lot of land to put more bodies in.
What's up there? Hearts Remembered. That's it. Memorial. Hearts Remembered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's sideways. You'll have to look up this one.
Hearts Remember, keep going that way.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is right there.
Okay. So there's a milk on. Keep forgetting to turn that off. This is the Hearts Remembered. These were Indianapolis orphans. If you can look up information called the Orphan train, it's on YouTube and other places about the Orphan train and how orphans were shipped around from different cities and things. And there's some extremely sad stories involving this. And one of them unfortunately includes Indianapolis. And yeah, see, there's the Guardian's home. Now see, that used to be in operation when I was with IPD, and I used to take kids there fairly often. They were, you know, runaway and things like that, a lot of runaways, and we would load them in the wagon and take them in the Guardian's home. The ones that were just victim of circumstance with the parents, they would be taken by usually victims assistance car and transported to the same place, Guardian's home. But it's closed now and has been for a long time. Indianapolis Home for Aged Women, and I'm only assuming these were women who had no families, or were never married, or were widowed and never had children or whatever, and nowhere else to go. But anyway, up ahead is the memorial for the children. These are some of the agencies that existed at that time. Board of Children's Guardians, Children's Bureau of Indianapolis. And these are the children who were buried. And every life touches someone, and no life should ever be forgotten, especially the life of a child. And that's why they say no man is an island. Because everybody's life touches somebody else's. It's like a domino effect. Or to reference a movie, butterfly effect. That's fact. And we have this over here. Indianapolis Home for Friendless Collared Children. I don't know the years of it. But these are the names. And you know, you can pause the video if you recognize a family name. Let me move over here to Indianapolis Orphans Asylum. My gosh, it's huge. The other video that I have on YouTube regarding this place, you can watch the Boothe Brothers documentary called Children of the Grave. It's I don't know, it's about 10-12 years old now, something like that. Very fascinating. You missed that, and you're an Indianapolis resident, you've missed a lot. Now that is one big, old tree. Holy cow. And those branches just go straight up towards the sun. There's nothing stopping it. No other trees blocking it. Well, we're going to make one last stop, and that is to the law enforcement heroes section of the cemetery, and then we'll be leaving. There's no way that we can cover this entire cemetery in one video. I don't know. It would take a few days and a whole hell of a lot of batteries. But we are going to stop there, and then that'll be the end. So we're this last section of the video we'll do, and then we'll say goodbye until next time. So for right now, we'll be back in just a bit. Okay, now we need to go back to the start because that's where it splits off. I need to go back east, don't I? South east. As you can see, there's still plenty of room out here for you.
I think where the sign said hops,
Yeah?
that's Heroes of Public Safety. So I think we need to follow that.
Oh, did I go the wrong way then?
Yeah, I think you may have, yeah, because that sign back there, one was pointing Benjamin Harrison and then hops.
Okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Nail that squirrel. Ooh, he got away. He got away. This sign coming up to your left.
Oh, okay. I see.
Heroes of Public Safety.
Show the sign.
Yep.
The red and the blue represents emergency lights on our police cars. So this is the Heroes of Public Safety section. To feel almost every day both the great satisfaction and the heartbreak that a life in public safety brings is the province of these special heroes. September the 11th, 2001 provided a vivid lesson to all Americans on the courage and selflessness of the men and women we can fairly call the finest among us, our heroes of public safety. Indianapolis Mayor Bart Peterson, September 14th, 2002. The attacks of September the 11th, 2001 have changed the life of every American forever. None of us who are old enough to comprehend what happened will ever again be quite as carefree as we used to be. But let us resolve to mold our feelings from that day into something positive, a commitment to do good things, a resolve to help one another, and a pledge to honor all that is right about America. Governor Frank O'Bannon, September 14th, 2002. We mourn with those who have suffered great and disastrous loss, and our hearts have been seared by the sudden and senseless taking of innocent lives. We pray for healing and for the strength to serve and encourage one another in hope and faith. President George W. Bush proclamation on September the 11th, 2001.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
You know, I want to show you something. This is the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department retirement badge. It says retired officer, Indianapolis Police. That's something that so many of these people won't have. They won't have the grandchildren to tell the stories to while they're sitting on their lap. There won't be uniforms and trinkets passed down from son to grandchild and so on and so forth. All they got was the sacrifice that they had to make. So when you come out here, remember that. Guys like me, we got a retirement badge. We got stories to tell. I get to pass them down to my grandkids. They don't. So when you come out here, give thanks, respect, and remember what they lost so that you wouldn't.